Wow, the Young Justice writers did it again! I don't know the complete origin of Vandal Savage, but I have to say this. Oh my god, this. I'm just saying. I have never believed it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. This is the Angry Anime Fan, and this is the Despair Reviewer, and also, of course, episode 7 of Outsiders, Evolution as it's called. Basically, it's a serious storyline and also a relaxing storyline in all at once. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean it like this. We are seeing Vandal Savage, as well as his lesbian daughter, Cassandra Savage. I'm saying lesbian because according to media, this daughter is always supposed to be. And given to the fact that she has a little of a tomboyish design, that's very reminiscent of her design from that very dark movie, you know, from Suicide Squad. I take it she's lesbian. But either way, and apparently another person, an old woman, that also is revealed in the end to be a very aged daughter of Vandal Savage, has actually written a little bit of his biography. Apparently this daughter has stayed by his side longer than almost anyone else. And here's the story on how Vandal became Vandal, and also why he calls himself Savage, although technically that is my own theory. This is how it started. Vandal was not exactly a Neanderthal, but he was one of the first Homo sapiens in the ancient time, and they fought for control together with the Neanderthal. Then the abomination, or the thing from the sky, rained down on the, well, you know, the earth. And it was there that Vandal was actually attacked by a bear, a very aggressive bear. You know, those scars he got on his body, those are from the scars. He, of course, killed the bear. Trust me, we see that pretty bloodily. And it's also, there's some implications, though, that apparently that bear was meta-human engined or something like that. Well, whatevs. Either way, he killed that bear and approached the meteor that crashed, but was nearly killed by Neanderthals. However, the blood of the bear, as well as I think the radiation from the meteor, I could just see this wrong, because normally it is the radiation from the meteorite that also saved him, brought him back to life, and he killed the Neanderthal that did that, and the other Neanderthals began to worship him like a god. In fact, he started to get his god complex even after he killed the bear, someone he feared for a very long time. Because it's revealed that Vandal is the very first metahuman in the world. Yes, he was the first. The meteorite and the blood from the bear, or whatever, made him the first metahuman. Not only the first Homo sapien, but also the first metahuman. And that is why he has lived so long. And he indeed did live a very long life. Because once, I do not know the century, sorry, I'm not good with history, at least not anymore. He was Genghis Khan, and he tried to fight off a force who had extreme superior forces, even with his two sons that was also metahumans. And who was that outside force that wanted to conquer Earth? Why, none other than Darkseid, who, by the way, is voiced by Michael Leon Winsley in this episode. Yes, and apparently, if I understand it right, the same Darkseid voice actor from Injustice. So, yeah, Darkseid has finally a voice. And it's revealed that even though Vandal, of course, couldn't defeat Darkseid, I mean, granted that technology and all, Darkseid was apparently so impressed, not only for the fact of Vandal's powers, which was something very similar to the anti-life equation, which he's obsessed of getting, but also for his will. And even Vandal, I think, for the first time ever, was scared of someone, because it was someone he couldn't defeat. And he made a deal with Darkseid, a deal that Darkseid accepted, that both of them would conquer the universe and their respective worlds. And one day, when they both had conquered what was in the universe, they would have one final clash against each other, winner take all. And that is why Darkseid considers Vandal his equal, because they have made a promise of some sort, or a deal that they are equals until they have conquered everything that they want to conquer. And then they will have a final battle with the respective forces. So they're helping each other, yes, because they want to build up each other's forces until that battle against Apocalypse happens. And then one planet will be destroyed or one will surpass, effectively making Vandal's plan about making the Earth the center of the cosmos completely clear. And he also kills his oldest daughter at the end of this episode. By the way, that is a pretty horrifying scene, but apparently that daughter went senile, so well, she... I don't know if that was mercy or if that was cruel. I think it was cruel mercy. Other than that, we have a side story. A side story on when we follow the Outsiders training. And trust me, the Outsiders do pretty well in outside training. And it's even more intriguing that the fact that metahumans is considered a second species other than, well, the humans. So, and Dick is pretty well known about the, situations about the metahuman and the, well, everything else. And there's a third subplot with Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning, going on a date with the Doctor. And eventually, well, they have sex together. Although, unfortunately, we do not see that. So yeah, but we do see all the blood and scene. Hell, you see all that, but you don't see that. Also, apparently, that Starro alien that, Vandal and the others made into chips wasn't the only one, because the story of this episode is basically Vandal attacking with the war world against this alien force, which not responding to him. Also, we see Kalibak this episode, and it's very clear that Darkseid has a second son, and everyone who has seen every single other DC series knows who that second son is. Yes, that is Orion. And it's clear that Kalibak is not so very happy of the fact that he is not Darkseid's favorite son. Oh, and by the way, he is voiced by D. Bradley Baker. Don't get me wrong, D. Bradley Baker is an amazing voice actor. I wish I could have become him, but I can never become him. Not even for 1 millisecond. But what I mean to say is, he voices the Zod as well. So why does he have to voice Kalibak? It's making a little confusing. You can hear the same voices. But I digress. It is what it is, isn't it? Either way, that's basically this episode. A dark one with some suspense. Even the story about how Vandal formed the light when he was apparently a situation when he was known as one person together with his daughter. The daughter that, I think he killed. That's how he got to the prospect of the light. But this makes it perfectly clear that Vandal considers himself a god. Just like Darkseid. So, yeah. And also, yes, Vandal is not voiced by Miguell Ferrar. God rest his soul. There's even a moment of that in the honor of Miguell Ferrar. He is voiced by David Kaye, the same guy who actually also voices double him in the other show he was cast in before his passing. Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters. David Kaye stepped in as Stretch Monsters after Miguel passed away. He does the same here as, Savage. That's basically this episode. I liked it, nice history, and I'm looking forward to more. Give me your thoughts if you have any.